everyone, and today we are going to be taking a look at every single reveal in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate from the original reveal in March of 2018 all the way to Sora's reveal in October of 2021. So I actually had to go out, before we get started with this, this is the first time I've ever done like a tier list type video before. I've never actually done like a tier list type video before, so this will be really interesting. So we're gonna see how this goes. Basically, before we get started, I'm obviously, if you didn't already know, the tiers go is pretty straightforward. I'm going to be putting every character in their slot. So say I'm ranking Isabelle right now, so I'm gonna put her in a tier. If you don't know what a tier list is, basically gonna put her in a tier. So if I put her in S tier, that means she was like the best reveal ever, absolutely mind-blowing, changed history. And then if I put her in D tier, and if I put her in B tier, she's alright, she was pretty good. C, she's worse. D, she's absolutely terrible. So basically, it goes straightforward. Actually, you know what, we need to probably add an F tier, now that I think about it, because we're gonna need, here we go, add row below. We're gonna need to add another row. We'll make it black. No. Red. Let's change the color of some of these before we go. So this is gonna be an F tier. There will be a few F reveals. I don't think there'll be that too many, because there's not too many bad characters, but there are a few that will need to go in F tier. So yeah, we're gonna change the color of a few of these. F will be, we'll try to make F like gray. D can be red. C will be like I don't know, orange, like slowly getting brighter. B will be yellow. A will be light green, and then S will be blue. That looks pretty good. Alright, it's all nice and colorful. So basically, what I'm going to be going through today, we're going to be going through the entire history of Smash Bros. Reveals. So basically, I'm going to be telling you, so like, this is how I'm going to be ranking these. I'm not ranking on them. This is not, I just want to get this out of the way before we get started. This is not a ranking on the characters themselves, okay? I just want to get that out of the way because I know there's going to be someone in the comments that says that. Example. I love playing as Sephiroth, but his reveal didn't mean too much for me. So he's going to rank low because I just didn't care. I didn't know who Sephiroth was. But just because I rank a character low doesn't mean I necessarily hate playing as them. For example, Kazu and Sephiroth I didn't really care about when they were announced, but I love playing as them. They have some of my favorite movesets in the entire game. There's also some reveals at the top that meant a lot to me, but I don't really care for playing as them that much. Such as like Ridley, for example. I don't care for playing him that much. He's okay. Ridley, when he was revealed, I was really freaking excited. So he's gonna rank high, even though on a tier list, if I was ranking him as a character, I'd probably put him in about a lower mid tier. So that's how it's gonna go. So basically, what I'm gonna be telling you about, so you know, I'm basically gonna be telling you my opinions on the reveals, if the trailer was good and stuff like that, more objective stuff. But however, the thing is, the main part of this video that I want to stress is that I'm basically going to be telling you my, like, how excited and how much these reveals impacted me. Because basically, my entire life, the past 3 years, has pretty much been dedicated to this game. And it's absolutely ridiculous. So basically, I'm going to be telling you, so you know how some people have like their stories of like where they were during like the moon landing or the Kennedy assassination or 9/11. Basically, I'm going to be telling you my stories about when the characters. I'm going to be giving my version of that and telling you where I was, what I was doing at the time when all these characters were revealed. And I'm going to be telling you my reaction. So these get a lot of very interesting stories. This is going to be a more reminiscent video. I usually don't do stuff like this, but I thought since Sora just released recently, about a week or two ago, I decided now is no better time than to do it. So, we're going to start off. Well, before we get started, I just wanted one more thing. So, as you can see, all the characters here, I got them all on. We have the reveal of the game itself and the Inklings. The Everyone Is Here reveal, Daisy, Ridley, Simon, Richter, Krom, Dark Samus, King K. Rool, Isabelle, Ken, Incineroar, Piranha Plant, Joker, Hero, Banjo-Kazooie, Terry, Byleth, Minmin, Steve, Sephiroth, Pyramithra, Kazuya, and Sora. So I got them all in chronological order from when they were revealed. And without further ado, let's go! So, when we get started here, we're going to go all the way back to March of 2018. Now, this was when, at this time, I was in 5th grade, okay? Sakurai in the Sora reveal quoted that it's been over 3 years since this game came out and was originally announced in March 2018. And he said you could go from middle school to high school in that time. And I did. I am a freshman in high school right now. And this game was announced when I was in 5th grade. I was in 5th grade when this game was announced. I was not making YouTube videos at this time. This was a completely different time period than it is right now. So I just want to keep that on note. So basically at this time, I was not making YouTube videos. I was not basically doing anything. You guys had no idea what I was doing. This was during the big YouTube break of doom that I call. Because basically, for those of you who don't know, I was, in November of 2017, I posted the Pokemon Y Part 0. And I always joke around about, stupid fly, get out of here. Sorry about that. I always joke around how that video was so bad that it caused me to quit YouTube for 2 years. And it did. So between November of 2017 and December of 2019, I didn't post any videos at all. So I was not making YouTube videos at this time. This was about 3 or 4 months after I stopped making videos. And the main reason I stopped was because I just didn't care anymore. Because the last few months I was doing plush videos. I posted once every few months. I didn't post as regularly as I did before. Regardless, I was in the 5th grade at the time. My life was not going too well. I mean, it was going well, but this was one of the dark periods of my life that I don't like talking about. Because I was just an idiot. I was one of the worst the worst version of myself that I think ever happened. I was like, it was insane. So actually, when this took place, so Nintendo held a Direct in March 8th. It was specifically March 8th, 2018. Okay, they held this Direct, and it was basically to display games that were going to release in the summer, in the latter half of 2018. They included a lot of the games talked about really minor, not many people cared about, such as Mario Tennis Aces and the Splatoon 2 Octo expansion. Not many people, at least I didn't really care for those games. Mario Tennis was cool, but that was really good. So back in this time, when I was in 5th grade, I didn't really watch Directs too much. I mean, I watched them. Like, every now and then. I would watch them a few days, maybe even a week after they aired. So I didn't actually get to watch this live. So basically, I had just got my Switch. I just got my Switch in December of 2017. Less than 3 months before this was announced. So I had just got my Switch. And I had obviously had my Wii U since 2013. I've had a Wii U since I was in 1st grade. It's actually sitting right here. Here's the Wii U, if you can see it. But basically, that's how that went. So I had the Wii U forever, and I remember playing Smash 4 on the Wii U, Smash Bros. For Wii U. Ironically, I still have it sitting here from when I did the Donkey Kong stream. But I was playing Smash on the Wii U all the time, and I remember how fun it was as a game. So I go back and watch the March 2018 Direct, and I see at the end when they show the Inklings running and stuff, and they go over. And then they look in their eyes, and they see the Smash Ball logo appear. And they show Mario and Link. I was pretty blown away. I was pretty excited for this game. And they showed it was coming out in 2018. So that was a great reveal. I didn't really have much of a reaction because I didn't get to watch it live. When you don't watch things live, it's not very good. But I was pretty excited for this game. And it basically sparked this entire year of 2018. I was just waiting and waiting for this game to come out. This is my most anticipated game ever to release, and this moment started it. Even though I was in 5th grade at the time, barely even had a Switch. I did have a Switch, but my original Switch, I barely had it. The only games I had were like Mario Odyssey and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I had, and Breath of the Wild and stuff. I had a few games, but this was like the first game that I was really, really looking forward to have, and really being proud of owning a Switch. So I gotta put this in the A tier, without a doubt. This is just a great reveal, and it just sparked this entire history that just ended less than a month ago. So yeah, that was that reveal. And basically at the end, they leave us in the shadows. They say it will release in 2018, so I was like, dude, it's coming out this year. This is sweet. So then they leave us in the shadows for about 2 months. In the rest of March, April, and May of 2018, we don't get anything regarding Smash Bros. Reveal. However, the next thing we would see on this game would be shown at E3 of 2018. And this is when I was just blown away. This is when I really started to get into it, because I was already hyped for this game to come out. But people at the time, before they showed it at E3, they were speculating. Is this going to be a port of Smash 4, or is this going to be a new game? We didn't know. We didn't know if it was going to be a port of Smash 4. I didn't think it was going to be a port of Smash 4 because the logo at the end was different. I think if it was going to be a port of Smash 4, they probably would have shown gameplay at the March 2018 Direct. But there were still people speculating, and I still speculated. So I will never forget that moment when I was watching the E3 2018. Also, I gotta say, I was not watching that live either. I remember I had like a pool party or something that day. It was on June 12th, one day in June 2018. And I come up that evening to watch the E3 presentation. And basically, at this presentation, the entirety of it, like 3/4 of the entire 40-minute presentation is just Smash Bros. Talk. There's like 10 minutes of other games. Like they reveal like Super Mario Party and Fire Emblem Three Houses. That's really it. It was a lot of lackluster stuff, but the end was just so epic. So I remember this. I can vividly remember me laying down on my bed with TV on in my room watching this reveal. And I will never forget that moment when Mario jumped out of that pipe in crisp HD and looking at his overalls with the battlefield, the new battlefield style, just completely blew it away, man. It was insane. It was insane. I will never forget that moment. And when they show all the characters, they play the new Ultimate theme, the epic Ultimate theme. They show all the characters coming out of the pipes, all the characters with their intro. They show Samus, Ice Climbers are coming back with all the numbers. And the game looks so crisp. It looks way better than Smash 4 ever could. And then Snake comes out. And then it's Snake that they choose for the Everyone Is Here. And then it says Everyone Is Here. And then it goes into straight characters, all the characters that weren't even in Smash 4, that were in Melee and Brawl coming back. Young Link, Pichu, you have Wolf. All of these characters coming back that were absent from Smash 4 that I had almost never played as before. It just was insane that they were bringing back every single character ever in Smash Bros. History with a new game in crisp HD. And then at the end of the Direct, they revealed that it's still coming out that year. I watched, when this game was coming out, before December of 2018, I watched this video, I swear to you, at least 200 times within that period of time. I watched this video so much. This video is the highlight of my year in 2018. Like, this is without a doubt. And back in 2018 of my life, I didn't care about anything. The only thing I cared about was video games. I didn't care about anything else. I didn't care about band. I wasn't even in band yet. Now I have other stuff that I care about, like cemeteries and band. I didn't give a crap about that. All I care about was video games, and this sparked that entire thing. This was the highlight of my year. And the second half of 2018 was literally just wait for Smash Bros. Ultimate the year. I almost did nothing else. I remember every day after school when I was in 6th grade, I would come home from school and just be checking the news to see if there was a new Direct or anything. We'll get to more of that later. But as far as the Everyone Is Here in June of 2018, that was an insane trailer. Might be one of the best reveals in Nintendo history. So I have to put that in S tier, without a doubt. That was the highlight of my year, as I said before. Nothing will be able to top that in a while. That was one of my favorite E3s simply for that. Now, E3 2018 obviously doesn't rank high in people's lists because it was just Smash Bros. They lack in the quantity of games, but the quality of this game, and specifically, makes 2018 one of the best E3s ever. I wouldn't go as far as saying it was better than 2013 or even 2019, but it was still a pretty good presentation, and Nintendo definitely deserves the S tier with the Everyone Is Here trailer. Especially for Sakurai putting all of his work into that game, because after he finished with Smash 4 DLC, he went straight into Ultimate in January, February of 2016. He went straight into Ultimate with no question. He had been working on Smash Bros. Ever since 2012, after he finished Kid Icarus Uprising. He went straight into Smash 4. Once Smash 4 was done, he went straight into the DLC of that game. Smash 4 DLC was over, he went straight into Ultimate. When Ultimate was done, straight into Smash DLC. He has just stopped working on Smash DLC for almost 9 years. He's been working on this, and that trailer was so good. And the fact they managed to get it out that year was insane. Okay, I'm done with my rant on that game. So they show the trailer. Absolutely blow me away. I don't care what they reveal. At this point, I really don't care at all what they reveal. So anything else would just be extra at this point. Would just be a cherry on top of the cake. So they go in and reveal this new thing called an Echo Fighter. So they're showing the characters' movesets. They go through Mario. They go through Samus. They go through Ice Climbers. They go through all the characters coming back and all this stuff. And the changes they're making to the movesets. So they briefly go to Peach. Or they go to Lucina and Dark Pit. And they reveal this new thing called Echo Fighters. Which the only two returning Echo Fighters were Pit and Dark Pit and Lucina. So they reveal, he just casually goes into, now, introducing a brand new Echo Fighter. And Daisy pops up to the screen. She has no trailer whatsoever. She just pops up. And it's, whoa! And the fact that Daisy got in before Waluigi is absolute trash. And I didn't care about Daisy. I was a little bit shocked, yeah, when Daisy got in. But the fact that she got in before Waluigi. And later in the reveal, they show the assist trophies. And they show Waluigi getting beat up by Marth. Just bullcrap on Rye. So I had to put Daisy in F tier. That's going to be one of the few reveals in F tier. The main reason she's in F tier is because her reveal was so bad. Is really lackluster. Like, he just briefly said something, and then she pops up on the screen. New reveal. New character. It was really bad. The way they revealed her was not... I understand. I mean, she could have at least had a trailer. I understand where they were coming from the Dark Pit and Lucina perspective. But Daisy's just not that hype of a character. Especially with her being an echo to Peach. Just wasn't very good. So they go through all that stuff, talk about the new stages, items, they talk about so many new game mechanics, and then we get to the end of the reveal. And he's like, we're hoping you're not expecting too many new characters. Like, we're making every character in this game our number one goal, so we're kind of hoping we're not expecting too many new challengers. So, and then they go, we have one last thing to show you at the end. And they go in, and they show Samus, Mario, and Mega Man on the bridge. And they're walking on the bridge. And Ridley comes in, swoops him up. I didn't know that it was Ridley. And I had always wanted Ridley in Smash. And Sakurai always said that he was too big. And then out of nowhere, Samus is the last one left. And then Ridley comes in. Boom! Ridley's in Smash. This was an insane moment. I almost jumped out the window when I saw Ridley was announced. He was instantly, right as I saw Ridley, I'm like, this guy's going to be my main. 100%. And that lasts for about a week or two after the game came out. But the excitement I felt when Ridley was announced was insane. I was jumping all over the place, screaming. I almost wanted to jump out the window. Ridley was so cool, especially the fact that Sakurai said that Ridley couldn't get in Smash because he was too big back in Brawl. Just, furthermore, show that this game was for the fans. And for that reason alone, he's got to be an S tier for me. A lot of people would put Ridley's reveal in B or A, but personally for me, Ridley's reveal was much more impacting than a lot of the other reveals in this game. Ridley was such a good reveal, so impactful. And the way this E3 shaped up with the Everyone Is Here, the new Smash Bros. Game, and the Ridley reveal just completely... It was so good. One of the most satisfying feelings I've ever felt at the end of a Direct had to be 2018 E3. So, that's in June of 2018. We go through July. Nothing happens, just like every other July. They don't reveal anything about this game. So I'm watching the trailer and stuff as normal. I watch it like every few days. I literally pop it on and watch the entire E3 presentation. So then they host a direct. School's about ready to start, okay? It's August of 2018. Very early August. School starts about a few weeks into. I'm starting 6th grade, which was the year I started band and stuff. And that was a great year. But before we get started, before school got started, 2 weeks, about a week or two before, they host a direct on a Wednesday or a Thursday. Some random week in early August, August 8th, and they drop Smash Bros. Direct. I remember, I was not even paying attention. I didn't get to watch this one live either. I was watching this guy called Nathaniel Bandy. You probably know who he is. Big Nintendo YouTuber. And I was going on, and I remember I was on YouTube in my room. I got this thing I can play on TV. So I was going on, just checking my recommended. And they just dropped a stream of the new Smash Direct, and I saw Nathaniel Bandy's reaction. And it said, reacting to King K. Rool and the Belmonts. So I pretty much spoiled from there the character reveals. I was excited that King K. Rool got in, because I knew King K. Rool, no idea who the Belmonts were. So then I pop on the Direct and watch it. And then they open up with this epic trailer of Simon of the Castlevania with Luigi. He literally gets killed by death. And you can tell this is Castlevania. And I remember watching this trailer over and over and over again until the game came out. And the first character they revealed, so Luigi gets killed by death, and then Simon comes up and throws the cross right at Death and kills him after he already killed Luigi. And then Simon shows up. It shows Simon last shot. You can actually see right in his image. You can actually see the cross he uses to hit Death. So right after the splash screen goes, he actually just throws it at him. And this trailer is actually really nostalgic to me. I really like this. Yes, it was 3 years ago. I'm already feeling nostalgia for this game. And that is ridiculous. For those of you who don't know, I have 3,000 hours in this game. It's my favorite game of all time. So Simon, they show him. I didn't really know who Simon was. But this is around the time I was so excited for this game. I didn't care who got in at that point. Ridley was in. Every character was coming back. I didn't care who got in. So Simon, I'm going to have to put at a B. I really do. I can't put him any lower. I can't put him any higher than a B tier. I just remember watching that trailer so many times. I can't give him an A because I don't think he was that good. He wasn't that impactful for me. But at the same time, he wasn't bad. It wasn't a bad reveal. It wasn't mediocre. It was just kind of, it was solid. Like, it was solid. It wasn't great. It wasn't excellent. It wasn't even excellent. It wasn't decent. It was solid. It was above decent, below great. Like, it was a really solid reveal to start off that presentation. They show Simon, they show the new stage, and then Richter comes in. And I remember watching this guy's reaction. He's like, Richter? And I'm like, okay, who the heck is this guy? So I'm going to have to put Richter's in C. No, D. I'm not sure. I'm kind of torn if I want to put him in D or C. C or D. I think I'm going to go with a C reveal. Just because I watched the trailer so many times, and it was really cool to see that they were adding more Echo Fighters. Plus, his background's purple, so I mean, come on. So the real Richter is coming in. So Richter is obviously there, and he is coming in. And he's really cool. So they revealed that Echo Fighter, and that was really sweet, because Echo Fighters were cool. And I watched the trailer so many times, I have so much nostalgia from seeing those Belmonts. And that trailer, though, the Castlevania reveal of the Belmonts, was a great trailer. That might have been one of the best trailers they've ever done for Ultimate. And obviously by this time I was really just kind of, oh, give me whatever, I don't care, I just want this game to come out. And that was basically what I was. I didn't care. They could have announced Byleth here and I would have been happy. Like, I didn't care at all. Looking back on it, though, if this was Fighter Pass 2 time, which we'll get to later, to a more modern version, I probably would have hated the Belmonts, to be honest, if they revealed them. But just the fact they revealed him at this point in time made it so that, and this was very impactful to me because I watched this trailer so many times before the game was coming out. I just got so much nostalgia for it. And almost directly after they revealed those, they revealed 2 more Echo Fighters, which turn out to be, the first one is Krom. And Krom is another one of those characters that really doesn't have a reveal trailer. Basically, it shows him, you know immediately who it is. It shows the Fire Emblem character. Yes, it pans around him for like 3 seconds, and then it goes to him. Then you got a splash screen. They don't even get a cool title, it just joins the battle. So Krom, you know, it's another Fire Emblem character, it's an Echo Fighter. This reveal kind of seemed like Sakurai was just like, okay, everyone wants Krom in, we need a new Fire Emblem character. This character kind of just seems like it was shoved down Sakurai's throat by fans rather than him wanting to do it, so he just gave them what he could and made him an Echo Fighter of Roy, who was pretty much already an Echo Fighter of Marth. So they put him in there, so I'm going to have to put him in F. I really do. I would say his reveal is probably better than Daisy's because he at least got a splash screen. Daisy didn't even get a splash screen. What you're seeing right here is the character thing when they showed at E3, when they showed the character movesets, they would show the white screen with the number. That's all Daisy got. Krom actually got a splash screen and a little bit of gameplay. Like it was a trailer. It was like a mini trailer. But I remember not caring too much about Krom because they just revealed the Belmonts and I was much more excited for them than a Krom character. And later in the Direct they showed a ton more about the game. This was a great Direct. This is one of 2 of the Smash Directs they revealed. They did one in November of 2018, which we'll get to earlier. We'll get to later. So this was obviously in August 2018. The next reveal they show is the Dark Samus reveal. Now this one I was actually really hyped. I remember going, whoa, Dark Samus! Because that was crazy. Because I remember when I first saw Dark Samus' sprite, I knew who Dark Samus was. I was like, it looks so good. And I'm like, I'm never playing as Samus ever again. But just, I had to give Dark Samus a D tier just because it was an Echo Fighter and it didn't really have a proper trailer. It kind of did what Krom did. And Dark Samus' trailer, it was shown right after Krom's. So Krom's was shown. Once it ends with Krom's trailer, it goes straight into this Metroid music, and you see the portal, and then Dark Samus comes out of it, and then Dark Samus, it goes to the splash screen of Dark Samus. And then she's in there, and then it shows the reveal trailer, and her Final Smash looks sick. I'm like, she looks way better than Samus. I am never playing as Samus ever again with Dark Samus being a thing. And I kind of forgot about Dark Samus' existence, honestly, in Ultimate. She was originally an assist trophy in Smash 4 and Brawl, I think Brawl, I don't know. But yeah, that was her. But the Krom and Dark Samus reveals are highly overweighed by the Belmonts and the King K. Rool reveal, which we'll get to right now. So they show a lot about the game, you know, they show the items, the stages, the music tracks. They show all that generic stuff that were really cool, but you don't really care about characters. So at the end of the reveal, they go off with this last thing. They show Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong in the hut, okay? And then outside is the silhouette of King K. Rool finally joining the battle from Donkey Kong. This reveal was insane. This reveal, one of the best. I'd say this was the best reveal for the base roster of Ultimate besides Ridley. And this reveal means a lot to a lot of people. I thought it was pretty cool. I mean, I didn't really care for King K. Rool too much. I did care for him. It was sweet though. I still remember screaming and stuff. But it wasn't as grand as like the Ridley one. So I think I'll put King K. Rool in the A tier. And I watched that trailer so many times too. It was the King K. Rool, the Belmont, and the Ridley trailer I watched so many times before the game was coming out. It was ridiculous. So that was August 8th, 2018. So fast forward a few months. School started up in 6th grade. I'm in 6th grade now. School starts up. I'm getting really hyped for this game. It got to the point, during that school year, when I was in 6th grade, I would come home from school every single day, check the Nintendo news, and see if there was a new character reveal. And this was the brutal times. Well, not yet, actually. We're going to get to, so I check home, I come back, check the Nintendo news, see if there's any games or anything revealed. And then they dropped this Direct announcement in early September that there's going to be a Direct on the 6th. So I come home, I go to school that day, I come home and I realize it was canceled the next day. It was canceled because there was an earthquake in Japan. I still remember this. This was the first Direct that I actually watched live. I never watched a Direct live before. This is the first one I watched live. So I was really excited for this. I'm like, dude, this is sweet. We got a 30-minute Direct, 20-minute Direct. This is going to be sweet. So I come home really excited, and then I realized that they delay it a week. Or they ended up delaying it a week, but they just said it was delayed because there was an earthquake and typhoon in Japan. But yeah, so that's how that goes. Japan's inconsistent. You can tell that Nintendo only cares about themselves pretty much when it comes to this game. They don't care about the United States. I mean, they do care about the United States, but like when it comes to weather, they don't care. So Japan, obviously, they actually lost the N off their sign in the typhoon that there was in September 6th. And there was also an earthquake that day. So they ended up delaying the Direct a week. So on September 13th was when the Direct was actually held. But there was actually, in 2018, there was actually a big hurricane in the southern U.S. back then. Don't remember what it was called. It might have been Maria. I don't know. But there was an earthquake, or a hurricane, literally on September 13th. Literally a week after this, there was a hurricane. So basically, this goes to show Japan will cancel for typhoons and earthquakes for their weather. They'll cancel for their natural disasters, but they won't cancel for the U.S., which I didn't really affect because I live in the northern United States, the northeastern U.S., so I didn't really get affected. I don't really live by the ocean, so I didn't really get affected by these hurricanes. Obviously, the wind gets to me, but I didn't really get affected by it, so I didn't care. What I did care about, though, was when they announced the Direct. So I remember watching this live. I was with my dad. We watched it live. And I remember a lot of stuff they revealed in this game. And I remember coming up, I was screaming on the top of my lungs during this Direct. They opened with the Luigi's Mansion 3 reveal. And I remember I was going, Luigi's Mansion 3! Holy crap! And I rushed downstairs, opened the garage door. My dad's driving in from work. And I was just like, they just announced Luigi's Mansion 3! And it was insane. So I stormed up to my room. I missed the first few reveals. They show Luigi's Mansion 3 coming out in 2019. The following year. And that was ridiculous. So they showed a bunch of other stuff in that Direct. That was a great Direct. So at the end of the Direct, I remember I was watching the Direct on my TV. And literally, I accidentally pressed a button on my remote. And I completely screwed the entire thing up. This was right before the Isabelle reveal. So I screwed it up, so I had to go on a react. I went on the thing, and I was watching. Went back on the trailer, and it was in the middle of doing the Isabelle reveal trailer. So I didn't know what was going on at this point. Isabelle had already read the campsite and Smash letter, so I was just getting a letter. I'm like, oh, it must be a new Animal Crossing game. So I'm like, okay, I don't really care about Animal Crossing. I hope this isn't the last reveal. So they go in. And I didn't always know about the rumors of Isabelle getting in. So they go in, Pete comes in, delivers a letter to Isabelle. And that was a really cool way of doing it. And they were like, they want me in Smash! Isabelle turns over a new leaf. And that was really insane. This is also around the time where I didn't care who got in, so I was actually pretty excited for Isabelle. I mean, I wasn't really excited. She was probably the worst reveal before the game came out that I didn't really care about. But it was cool that we were getting a new character. And I was not expecting that. I thought it was an Animal Crossing game. But right after they revealed Isabelle, they revealed that the new Animal Crossing game is going to come out in 2019, which turned out to be Animal Crossing New Horizons, and it got delayed to 2020. So, Isabelle's reveal, I'm actually put in a C tier because that actually was not bad. Yes, it was bad for the base roster. It was probably the worst new base roster character reveal, for not counting Echo Fighters, for not counting Daisy and Crom and Dark Samus. The reason I'm not putting her in D tier is because there's going to be a lot of DLCs that are going to be in the lower tier, especially Fighter Pass 2. There's going to be a lot of Fighter Pass 2 characters that are going to be in the lower tiers. So Isabelle, she was pretty cool. Probably one of the least DLCs I cared about at the time. But that Direct was really good, and they revealed Animal Crossing New Horizons, and it fooled me. I did not think it was Smash Bros. It was really cool. So, this was the month that I call the Dark Age for Smash Bros. Ultimate. So, we go through September 2018, we get nothing. I'm checking every day to see if new news. I just see reveals, I'm like, people are like, Waluigi's getting in the game. I'm like, no, this is stupid. Waluigi is an assist trophy. How can he get in? It doesn't make any, I don't know why these people want him out. I wasn't actually into Waluigi back then. I didn't care about him. I actually didn't really care about the idea of him getting in the game. I was just like, okay, whatever, who cares? These people can do what they want. And then people were talking about, like, Geno's getting in. Like, so many rumors come out. And in October of 2018, this was such an interesting time period. I was coming home every day, so hungry for new reveal for this game, because we went an entire month with nothing. And then I will never forget this. You guys that were around back in late 2018, you remember this leak that I'm about to talk about. It was known as the Grinch Leak. So basically, in holiday of 2018, DreamWorks was publishing a new movie called The Grinch. It was the Grinch movie, the animated Grinch movie. And one of their developers supposedly posted a leak of the banner art. You know how they had the banner art for the Everyone Is Here? It's actually on the right here, if you can see it. You can see all the characters. They would show them. And on the art that they made, they showed like 8 new characters that were supposedly coming out that were going to be revealed for the last few characters for Ultimate. And there were a ton of different characters on it. There was like, I believe there was a bunch of characters. There were like Shadow the Hedgehog, Isaac from Golden Sun, Banjo-Kazooie, I believe Chorus Kids from Rhythm Heaven, Geno was on there, Mach Rider, one of the old NES motorcycle game characters, and I think someone else I'm missing. Like I said, Isaac, Mach Rider, Chorus Kids, Geno, Banjo-Kazooie, and Shadow the Hedgehog. They were all on there. That was 6. They were all on there. Oh, and Ken was on there. Ken was on there too. So they revealed all of those. And everyone, and I mean everyone, including myself, we were all convinced that this was actually real. Like, I had no doubt in my mind that this wasn't real. But the only doubt I had was like, I really think they're going to reveal 6 more characters. I basically went to it as real because I was like, okay, I want more characters. We're getting this. This will be sweet. Because I really wanted Banjo in. He was really cool. I would have been really cool with Banjo and Geno getting in. I didn't really care for Chorus Kids or Isaac or Mach Rider or Ken. I didn't really care for them. Or Shadow. But, I didn't really care for them. But Banjo and Geno, I really wanted in at the time. So I was like, really excited for this thing to actually be real. So then they go in a few weeks later. People were just speculating all the time about this reveal. They're like, it's the Grinch Leak. Stop bringing up the Grinch Leak. I think I might have sinuses right now because my nose is really stuffy. So I come home every day, and I remember I was playing Super Mario Party. I was down here in the basement. Marlene, it's Halloween, okay? Around where I live, on October 31st of 2018, there was supposed to be big rain that day, so they canceled the trick-or-treating. And I didn't trick-or-treat. Last time I trick-or-treated was in 5th grade, in 2017. I didn't trick-or-treat in 2018. That was the first year I didn't trick-or-treat. So I was just sitting at home, whatever. So they canceled it for the 31st, so this is on October 30th. So I'm down here, we have a Halloween party. I was coming down here, me and Marlene were playing Super Mario Party, which just come out. So then she has to go up and help with the candy stuff, get everything ready for the little kids to come and get their candy and stuff. So I go up to my room, like, hey, I'll check out the news. I highly doubt there's going to be anything today. There's almost never anything. And I remember, I was looking on my screen, and I saw that there was a Smash Bros. Direct being held the next Thursday, baby! To see if the Grinch Leak was real. And it said it would be the final one, revealing the last few characters for Ultimate's roster. And this was insane. I didn't care at all about Halloween. I don't care, okay? This is insane. This is insane stuff. So 2 days later, this was ridiculous. So 2 days later, on November 1st, is when the direct's held in 2018, and they start the reveal with the character roster, the new character reveal. I'm like, we're gonna get this. We're gonna get all the characters. So what Sakurai does is he starts the reveal. They're in the boxing ring, and I remember this. I was upstairs. My mom was going to get to my sister's whatever. She had sports or something that day. So they were going down. They were all leaving. So I was pretty much home alone at this point. So I was going in, and I was watching the reveal, and they start with Lil Mac punching this guy, and they punch him out. This guy punches him out, and then it goes to the scene with splash screen, and it's Ken from Street Fighter is the character. And I'm like, oh my god, the Grinch Leak is freaking real, because Ken was in the banner that they leaked Ken was in the leak. So I was like, holy crap, dude, Ken is actually, this is 100% real. So I got up a Ken at a C too. Because I didn't care about Ken. The only reason I cared about Ken was actually because I thought the Grinch Leak was going to be real. But I would have to put Ken in B and C. Not the best reveal ever, but he wasn't bad. You know, I'll give him a B. I'll give Ken a B. I'll be nice. I'll give him a B. So Ken, nah, I gotta give him a C. I gotta give him a C. Because I didn't really care about him too much. But yeah, that's him. So I was like, oh my god, the Grinch is real. So I'm like, who's gonna get revealed next? And I remember seeing, I was like, this guy in the corner, the fire comes out, Ken uses the Final Smash, hits the little Mac off stage, this guy comes running in with the flames on him. He comes in, I see the fur, I'm like, is this Crash Bandicoot? What the heck is this? And then it goes, Roar! Incineroar! And I'm like, oh my god, it's Incineroar! Holy crap! Because I was a big Pokemon fan at this time, and it was insane. I was one of those guys that wanted Decidueye. I didn't really care for Incineroar too much. But I was still, heck yeah, excited for Incineroar. I gotta put him in an A tier. He was a great reveal, honestly. I was really excited for Incineroar. So yeah, putting him there. But basically, that confirmed that Grinch Leak was fake because Incineroar was not on it. Incineroar was not on the Grinch Leak. So that basically said, are we getting any more characters? So after they show Incineroar stuff, Sakurai goes in and he says, that is the last character. Those are all the characters in Smash Bros. Base roster. So then they go in at the end, they reveal the Fighter Pass at the end of the presentation. They talk about a bunch of stuff. They show off the Fighter Pass. From the Fighter Pass, they showed there'll be 5 DLC characters coming to the game, paid DLC, and will be released by February of 2020. I was like, oh my god, they're doing more characters. I kind of expected it, which was kind of weird. But they showed a limited time offer, okay? And this character was freaking Piranha Plant. No! I just remembered! This weird flashback just came to me. That day that they revealed we had parent-teacher conferences at my school, my middle school where I was going to. That day. Because I remember after Piranha Plant, I was talking to my dad, I was like, dude, they revealed freaking Piranha Plants in the game. So I remember, that was the thing. I had parent-teacher conference that night, and my mom, I don't know what she was doing. Maybe they were getting ready for that when this was happening. So they revealed Piranha Plant. I remember just being like, what is going on? I thought he was an assist trophy. Even after that, I thought he was an assist trophy. The whole time, I'm like, what is going on here? So they showed Piranha Plant, and that was just a really strange reveal, to be honest. I think I'll put him in a C. Because you guys know I hate Piranha Plant, but like, the reveal was kind of hilarious. The reveal itself was kind of hilarious. So I'm going to put him in a C. Especially because a lot of these characters down here in Fighter Pass 2 are going to be in the D and F range. And that's not good. I don't know if we're going to get any more F characters, but probably get some other stuff. So that's how that goes. Piranha Plant, that was just hilarious. So I remember I was in 6th grade time. I had parent-teacher conference that night. And they revealed the direct. And I remember they revealed 3 characters. So yeah, that was the last direct they held before the game came out. The game came out on December 7th, 2018. I didn't get it on December 7th, 2018. I actually got it on December 8th, 2018. And I remember this vividly. So I was going to GameStop. I got the game. I'd actually pre-ordered it back in June when I picked up Mario Tennis Aces at the same GameStop. And I pre-ordered the game. So we go in, I get the game, and I'm like, I cannot believe I'm actually holding Super Smash Bros. Ultimate in my hands. This is insane. So they go in, and that day we go see these Christmas lights. It's on December 8th. I'm unlocking all these characters, I unlocked a bunch the first day. So I go in, we go see these Christmas lights. I drive 2 hours away to see these Christmas lights, and it was insane. They're marked as some of the, it's called like the Old Mill or something. They're like one of the best Christmas lights in the state. And it was so crowded there that night. We got there at about, it took us 2 hours to get there. We got there about 6 p.m., 4 p.m. We waited in the freezing cold line for 2 hours in the line. And just to get in there. When we got in, my Switch had died in the car. I went to an antique mall before. My Switch had died in the car, hadn't died yet, but it came really close to dying. And I unlocked a bunch of characters. I might unlock 10 characters. I remember the last one I unlocked was Marth. I was playing as him. So yeah. More in the Christmas lights. So we go in, I remember I was sipping on hot chocolate. I was like, can I go get my Switch out of the car? I just want to play my Switch, because we had to keep waiting. It's like, no, you need to get time off video game. It's like, come on, this new game came out. I've been looking forward to it all freaking year. It's like, come on, man. So that's why December 2018 is a very unique time. And basically, when we wait, we're drinking hot chocolate at the table. We wait for it to get dark so we can see the Christmas lights. There are 50 billion people there. It is crowded to the max. There are so many people there. We are going out. See the lights. There are lights everywhere. We are in the middle of the crowd. We cannot see anything at all. There are people everywhere. Ruining the entire experience. We drove 2 hours, pitch black. It was like 11 p.m. by the time we got out there. We didn't see anything the entire time. People were stepping on my foot. It was that crowded. It was insane how crowded it was. So we go out. We leave early. Hold on. We leave early because we're like, this is bull crap, so we're leaving. And so let's go get something to eat. So we go in, we go out, we look over the fence, we can actually see the lights, and this old woman comes up next to us. It's like, you guys need money to get in. It's like, no, we're just out here looking at the lights this way because it's too crowded in there. We can't see anyone. She's like, oh, okay. She literally thought we were poor people wanting to get in the place because we didn't have money. That's how bad it was. The view from outside, we had to climb up a 10-foot fence. The view from there was better than inside the place. And we didn't even pay money for that. We paid money for inside. We wasted our money. We drove 2 hours just to see nothing, basically. Just for a cup of hot chocolate. That's basically what we did. And the hot chocolate wasn't even that good. I mean, it was alright. I mean, it's hot chocolate. I mean, it's pretty good. But that's how that goes. So then we go out to get restaurants. To see a restaurant. So we're walking through the town, looking for restaurants. Half the places are closed. The other half are crowded as heck, and we can't find any place to go. So I'm walking around with my Switch, and I remember the last character I unlocked was Ice Climbers. We were actually at this restaurant. So I unlocked Ice Climbers. We were at this restaurant, and I was sitting there. We were like, alright, we're leaving. We can't find a place to eat, so we're just going to drive back. And on the way back, my Switch dies in the car, and I can't play Smash anymore. So we stop at this one restaurant, we eat, and then we eventually get home, and then I'm so exhausted that day. This was a Saturday, by the way. I just go to bed, and I'm just done for the day. And then I get back on. I think I unlocked every other character that next day. That Sunday, I unlocked every character. When I brought it to school the next day, we played it. It was really fun. But basically, that's how that went. So, the day before Smash Ultimate came out was December 6th, 2018. This was the day of the Game Awards. And at the Game Awards, they revealed the first character for the Fire Pass 1, which is Joker. And Joker, make sure this is still recording. Alright, still recording, we're good. And Joker was revealed at the Game Awards, and he was really sweet, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. He was actually really sweet, because it was around the time, I remember waking up to go to it was Friday. I was going to school that next day. It was like a Friday, heck yeah, we're going, and Smash comes out. It's like insane. So I see on the Game Awards, I'm like, I see stuff like, okay, Joker reveal for Smash. Like, who the heck is Joker? So I look on there, and I see Joker, I'm like, I don't know if this is real or not, I'm just going to go to school and come back and see what happens. So I see that it's actually real. And we're like, Joker from Persona 5. So his review was pretty cool. I was actually really excited for Joker because he looked really cool. And I didn't really know what Persona 5 was. I mean, I knew it was a game, but I didn't really know. I knew Joker was, but I didn't really know what his moveset could hold. I'm like, this is cool. First DLC character, we still got plenty to go. I don't care. I don't care who's getting it. So basically, they released, before him, Piranha Plant came out in January of 2019. So a month after this incident. So basically, he comes out. I remember my internet was down that week. This around the time I switched my internet connection. I used to be on this crappy internet, and I changed it, and the internet was down that entire week. So I literally was forced to go to my grandpa's house to get Piranha Plant when it came out, and it was insane. So I had to go there, and I placed him there, and I got it. Everyone was playing as Piranha Plant online. It was insane. So I come back, that's Piranha Plant. He comes out. He was actually pretty sweet, and I actually got him for free because I got the game early. So that was pretty cool. Oh my god, my nose. Can't freaking breathe. I might have a cold or something. So he comes in, and then I go to my sister's volleyball game the early February of 2019. And I'm reuniting with this childhood friend named Landon. I'll actually hint into this in my other video. Destroying video. And I was playing his game, and he had one of his names. You know how you can have names on there? So I was playing his Piranha Plant, because he just came out. We're both playing his Piranha Plant. Because he had, like, just come out a few days before this. So you're both playing as me. It's like, I main Piranha Plant. So one of his names on there was Waluigi. And I was like, oh, I'll be Waluigi. And he's like, oh, yeah, sure, you can be Waluigi. So we go into this whole big debate. I'm like, dude, Waluigi should be in Smash. If they add a Plant and Daisy, he should be in. And this guy's like, no, Waluigi's stupid and all this junk. And then we go to this whole debate on if Waluigi should be in Smash or not. So then I'm like, okay, Waluigi should get in Smash. And then it just sparked this entire thing. This entire way up here, I was just loved Waluigi and still to this day. And I would defend everything to get him in Smash. He will get in Smash 6. And I eventually got this hat in August 2019. It was great. So, at that time, that was when Piranha Plant came out. But we're on to Joker still. Joker, the one thing I cannot stand about him is the way they went about releasing him. They announced him at the Game Awards 2018, okay? He didn't get revealed until April of 2019. We hear nothing about him, absolutely nothing about him, until April of 2019. I think we might have saw his model in the February 2019 Direct. But we go 4 months without hearing anything about him. I hated this time. We knew nothing about it. We didn't know who any other characters were. It's like, what is going on, Sakurai? What is happening with you? So I remember this was the day I was about to leave to go to Dallas, Texas. The next few days. It was in April 2019. I was on spring break. I wasn't actually on spring break yet. I had to miss a few days of school when I was in sixth grade. So I was I was going to Dallas, Texas, flying down there next day after this incident. So my grandma picks me up from school, not Marlene, my other grandma. She goes in, and every Wednesday she'd pick me up from school, and we go see my great grandpa at the nursing home. He's at a veterans nursing home because he served in the Korean War. He's 88 now. I haven't seen him since I was probably in 6th grade. I haven't seen him, well, it might have been in 7th, but I haven't seen him for a long time. He's actually still alive. He's 88 now. He's probably about 85, 86 this time. This is April 2019, my bad. April 2019. So he's going in, we go see him, we did this thing. We would go to this Amish store around where I live. We always go to, we get sweets and stuff. And we would always go to him, to his nursing home. We would talk to him and stuff, visit him. He enjoyed our company. And we'd always give him cookies and stuff that we got from the store. And he was like, they're too dry. I aren't cooked enough. It was funny. He's a really picky eater. It was funny. So yeah. So we're coming back after we fed him and stuff. We would go back to the there would be this around where I live. There's a town about 15 minutes away from where I live, and there's this Chinese place there. And we'd always go there to eat and stuff. So I looked on my grandma's phone. She's like, yeah, I want to check out your phone to see if there's anything. So I was just checking out her phone and stuff. And I remember seeing that Joker had a new reveal trailer come out. They just randomly dropped Joker. Okay. So I was eating Chinese. I'm like, Grandma, we need to get back to the place. I need to get back home so I can get Joker. So they revealed that he would be coming out the next day. So I'm in the car. He was like, okay, we can go back home. So I get back to my house. So the entire way home, I was in the parking lot of the Chinese place, and I was watching the Joker reveal, and it was really cool to see his moveset and stuff. They didn't really do proper Sakurai Presents back then. They just kind of showed it. They did a splash screen there. They didn't even do it at the Game Awards 2018. So this is April 2019. So they revealed it. He's coming out tomorrow. The next day. So we go in the next day. It's night. I go to bed. So I wake up the next morning. Actually, I believe what happened was before I went to bed, I actually got him, downloaded him, but I didn't need to play as him or anything. So we leave the next morning. Wake up about 6 a.m. to get on the flight to go to Dallas, Texas. And I go and I get Joker, and I was playing as him. I'm like, dude, this guy's overpowered. So and this was the update. They actually released new modes of the DLC characters. So they revealed stage builder and stuff, and I was in the entire way there. I was playing as Joker the entire way. I was on the airport in Dallas, Texas. I was playing as Joker the entire time. I was at the hotel when I was in Texas, and I was playing as Joker. It was so cool to see that there's actually a new character that came out. And Smash Ultimate was still a new game, so I didn't care. It was just so cool that there was a new character that was actually out. So, especially being that close to when he was actually shown off, they didn't really have a Sakurai Presents. I think the first one they did was Hero. So they show him, I go to Texas, I'm there, and when I was at the airport on the way there, I would make stages. I made my first few custom stages like the Land of Doom, Death Trap, and House of Doom. You guys know those stages if you played on them before. I made them. So yeah. But Joker is really cool, but as for his reveal, I'm going to have to put... I think I'll give him a B. I think I'm going to give Joker a B. Because I got a lot of nostalgia with his release. I got a lot of memories with his release, but I don't think I'll give him an A. Because I didn't really know who he was. I wasn't too familiar with him. So I don't think I can give him an A tier. I think I'll have to give him a B tier. So yeah, that's Joker. So yeah, that's when he releases. So in May of 2019, we get nothing. So next up, the next character I revealed was Hero from Dragon Quest. Because by this time I was watching a ton of leak stuff. I was like, okay, who are they going to reveal? So I actually got a really good idea that Hero was going to be the guy from Dragon Quest 11 was going to be in. And I was really wanting Banjo in, really badly, this entire time. Pretty much since 2018, before the game even came out. Probably since the August 8th Direct, I was wanting Banjo in. So I was wanting Banjo in a long time. So at E3 2019, they revealed two Smash characters, as well as the Breath of the Wild 2 trailer. They did such a good E3. You don't already know. I'm not going to go into, this video is already long enough. I'm not going to go into too much detail with that. But, you get Hero. I believe, don't quote me on this, but I believe they opened the Direct with Hero's announcement. And I remember being like, this is a sick reveal trailer, because I haven't seen a proper reveal trailer in a long time. This was actually really cool. It was really well edited. And I was like, Hero, that's pretty cool. And that was pretty much it. And I was happy he was coming out. So I think I'll give his reveal. He was definitely overshadowed by the Banjo reveal later in the Direct. So for Hero's reveal, I think I'll put him in an A as well. Because it was cool. Because this was around the time, obviously, Smash was not even a year old yet. And I was really looking forward to new characters. Because we were getting new characters. And it was cool because they were still fresh. As we got into Fighter Pass 2, they started to get a little more stale. Because they just revealed really lackluster characters. And around this time, I didn't really care who their character was. I was just glad we were getting characters. So that Hero comes out. So I remember I was at marching band. So this was before 7th grade was starting up. So I actually got to join marching band early. Most of the time, people, at least from my school, they don't join marching band until they're in 8th grade. But Mr. Rodish personally reached out to me and a few other trumpet players. He reached out to 4 trumpet players, which are me and a few other guys. He reached out to us and asked if we wanted to join marching band. I didn't want to join marching band at all, so I was like, okay. My mom made me do it. I was like, Mom, I really don't want to do marching band. It sounds, I didn't really care about band back then. I didn't care. So I joined. I was like, okay, fine. And then we go the first few days. I want to freaking quit because it's terrible. It's such a workout. It's like you're not quitting. It's like, come on, dude. So I was like, fine, I'll finish out this year and see how it goes. She's like, okay, fine. You can quit after this year if you don't like it. And then I ended up loving it, and I stayed in. I still do it to this day. This is in July of 2019. That was a little background of what was going on in my life back then. So, I remember they dropped the Sakurai Presents. I remember I was watching it in my room, just like all the other reveals. This is the first reveal they actually did a Sakurai Presents on, was Hero. So they do that. I remember talking to Connor, which is one of my friends. He's actually been in a few videos, really old videos. Like, we're talking Pokemon plush videos. Talking to him, he was one of the few other 7th grade trumpet players that joined marching band at the time. Talking to him, like, Hero comes out today in Smash Bros. I was like, oh, Hero's coming out, and like, they're adding an online tourney mode and stuff. He's like, oh, they're adding online tournament mode. That's pretty cool. And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go home and play as him. And when Hero came out, I got home. I played as him a lot. I actually mained him for about a day. The day he came out, and then I just forgot about him. So that was in July 2019. It was a pretty good time. Not really much else to say there. So, back to the reveals. We're fast forward back to June of 2019. When they revealed at E3, they reveal Banjo-Kazooie as the last reveal. And I cannot explain. This might be my greatest reaction for anything ever. I cannot express how freaking excited I was when Banjo was announced. I cannot. I'll try to replicate what I did. When I saw Banjo come out after that reveal, when Donkey Kong, Diddy Kong, and K. Rool were in there, they pop out. I see the silhouette of Banjo. I'm like, oh my god, it's freaking Banjo-Kazooie! Holy crap! Obviously in a high-pitched voice. And I almost want to jump out the window. It is ridiculous. Dude, I was so freaking excited. I almost wanted to cry. That made the direct. And then after that, they showed the Breath of the Wild 2 trailer. That was so insane. Banjo gets S. 100%. My favorite reveal of the entirety of Smash Bros. Ultimate. Without a doubt. That was such an amazing way to end that direct with the Breath of the Wild 2 reveal and then Banjo-Kazooie. That was such a good way to reveal that. There's the two characters. That's why I didn't care about Hero much, but Banjo 100% is going in that S tier. So now we're getting on to Terry. Now Terry, this was really the last character, okay? He was revealed in September of 2019 in the direct. Now Terry was really the last character that I really didn't care about. Like, what I mean didn't care about was, I cared about Terry. But, like, that I didn't care who it was. Because back, all the other characters, Joker, Hero, Banjo, even Piranha Plant, and all the other characters of Belmont stuff, I didn't know who they were. And I still wanted them in. I was excited. Terry was the last character. I didn't know who Terry was. He was the last character I really didn't care who it was. Because the game was still new at this time. It was about 9 months old at the time. I was still playing the heck out of it. I still play the heck of it. Okay, who am I talking? So I was like, okay, I don't care who it is at this point. Because right before they revealed Terry, they revealed they're doing more characters beyond the Fire Pass. So we already know he was prepping us up for Byleth, let's be honest, of that in September 2019. And they revealed Terry. I'm like, okay, that's pretty cool, because I already saw the leaks and stuff. I was like, okay, I don't care who it is. Terry, I'm like, okay, it's Terry. Yep, I called it. I knew it was going to be Terry. There was pretty much no explanation there. But the fact they actually revealed that Banjo-Kazooie would be coming out later that day, I didn't give a crap about Terry at all. He was like, okay, yeah, cool, Terry's coming out, but Banjo releases today, I'm going to be able to play as him. This is insane. So, I was actually in 7th grade at the time. School was just starting up, and I was in 7th grade. So, this was cool. So, Banjo came out, that was insane. So, Terry is that. But Terry's reveal, I think I'm going to put him in the C category. Yeah, C category. Because I'm actually holding a Sword and Shield book. So Terry, I didn't care. I didn't know who he was. But the reveal trailer is pretty cool. And I didn't really care who it was, because I was around this time, I didn't really mind who it was. So now we get to Byleth. Now this is when the new era starts coming up here. This is when I now actually care who the character is. Because I didn't care about Terry at all. We need to get a good character to end off Fire Pass 1. Who's it going to be? So, didn't know when it was going to be announced. Terry releases in November of 2019. It's like, dude, Byleth is going to get announced in the Game Awards 2019. It is 100%. It's going to happen. I don't know why it wouldn't happen. So I remember, I was like, okay, the last character is going to be announced. And at Byleth's reveal, they said that they filmed that in November of 2019. Yet at the Game Awards, I'm sitting here for 3 hours waiting for the last Smash character to come out. They revealed almost nothing. Nintendo does almost nothing at the Game Awards 2019. Smash doesn't even win Game of the Year that year. It was nominated because it released so late in 2018 that they just put it for 2019. It was again because it actually Game Awards had already taken place after 2018. So in 2019, I was watching the whole thing. I ended up wasting 3 hours of my time just watching that direct. Well, not really direct, but it was a presentation. And that's the main reason I didn't watch the Game Awards in 2020, because I don't want to be disappointed. Smash doesn't win Game of the Year. They don't reveal the last characters. Like, what the heck is Nintendo doing here? What is going on? So that was really bullcrap, actually. That was major bullcrap. I was like, okay, whatever. The new year happens. It's 2020 now. And this is in January of 2020. So I actually had just recently started making YouTube videos again. So you can actually go back to January of 2020 and actually see what I was doing back then and how I sounded and stuff back then. So I was obviously in 7th grade still at that time. We just got back from winter break. And I was speculating with my friends. I was at band class. And I got band in the morning. When I was in 7th grade, I had band right in the morning, my first class. So I had band in the morning, and Mr. Rodish would teach us and stuff. He was my band director at the time. It was Mr. Rodish. He's a legend, by the way, if you probably know who Mr. Rodish is. So we were speculating. I'm like, who's this character going to be? It's going to be Waluigi and stuff. Yeah. The last character for, the next character for to end off Fighter Pass 1. And we were just like speculating who was going to be. And I just thought of this crazy idea. I'm like, I think Mr. Rodish is standing right there. I think Mr. Rodish is going to be the last, not the last character. I think Mr. Rodish is going to be the next Smash fighter. And he just like cracks up and stuff. It's like, what? And I thought it was hilarious. It was a funny idea. And it was like, okay. They didn't really take it seriously back then. It just started this whole thing. And I was like making fake fighter passes. I would go in every day at school in 7th grade and just show Mr. Rodish fake fighter passes. Just go in the morning and show him. It was great. It was awesome. So yeah, show him that. But literally a week after this incident, right as I said that, they revealed that there would be a Sakurai Presents. Now this was the first time that they revealed a character not in a direct. Because out of all the other characters, every single other character that had been revealed up to that point had been revealed in a direct. They had never done their own Sakurai Presents. This was the first one they did for the 5th character. So it's going to be taking place on January 16th, 2020. So at this time, I'm in 7th grade, okay? I was coming in at school. We were all talking about, all my friends were hyped. And I was hyped to see who this was. So I had band in the morning. I was telling Mr. Rodish, I'm like, Mr. Rodish, we're getting the last character. I keep saying the last character. I'm so used to saying that. The next character is getting announced today at 9 a.m. Now, they normally do directs in the morning. At 10 a.m. Sakurai Presents nowadays. Back then, they did at 9. Okay? So this is how it was. I had band in the morning. I had concert band in the morning. First class I had in 7th. And I vividly remember this day. I will never forget this day as long as I live. For Bible. When he was announced. I had no idea who it was going to be. I'm like, this is going to be cool. And we were joking around and stuff. It's like, I Swift Fire Emblem character. That'd be hilarious. We never actually got to the idea. We didn't put it in too much. Like, it's not almost like it's not really like we jinxed it. It's not really like I jinxed it. But it was kind of like, okay, I kind of, But here's what ended up happening. So this is a very interesting day. Okay. Now, I was in 7th grade at the time. This was a very interesting time period for me. This was January of 2020. This was 2 months before the world shut down. And you know what I'm talking about when I mean the world ended. The world ended 2 months later. And you know what I mean when I say the world ended, unless you're watching this in like 2300. If you're watching this remotely when this video is coming out, you know what I mean. So, January of 2020. So we're going in that day. I go into school. My Mr. Rodish, the characters get revealed today at 9 a.m. I thought it was that band, but it's not. So he's like, alright, I'll check it out. Just let me know tomorrow who it's going to be. Because I don't think he really cared. And I was like, Mr. Rodish, you're getting in. It's going to be you. And I did not care. It's going to be him. Let's be honest. But, he's going in to my class. So I was at band. I did band in the morning. I don't know what the heck we were playing. I actually have my old 7th grade band folder right there, right in front of me. And I got this book when I was in 7th grade. A lot of the stuff down here I had when I was in 7th grade because a lot of the school shut down and stuff, and it was crazy because a lot of my homework I did down here, and I did in a room up there for the virtual stuff. But, yeah, that's how that is. We'll get to that later. Basically, So I was going into class. So I did band in the morning. Band at about 8:40. Okay. And I was going in. My first class was science. Every day. I had science class. 7th grade science class. And this guy, this teacher I had, his name was Mr. Williams, okay? He, and I'm not even joking, I think he absolutely despised me. Like, he did whatever he could to shut me down for any way I was trying to have fun. Basically, here's what I'm saying. I had him in the morning for science class. I had him for history, 4th period, last period of the day. And he would literally assign me personally homework. Like, what the heck, dude? He was giving me homework, like, because I was just goofing around. I was just talking. And he would make me do homework pages. I had to do, like, 8 pages of homework. I spent 7 hours on homework. 9 hours of homework. One day. When I was in 7th grade. It was ridiculous. I have a lot of homework today. Like, more than I did back then. But, like, it was absurd. And he wasn't getting anyone else homework. It was about the freaking Reformation. The English Reformation. Who cares about the English Reformation? I certainly don't. So, that's how that was. But, anyways, back to science. So, this is January of 2020. We're going in. We're doing a project. I'm doing a group project, okay? It's about the phases of the moon, okay? We're doing a project, working on a slideshow, or something to do with that matter. I'm in this group. There's 3 other people in my group. 2 other people in my group. So they're doing all the work. I'm just on here, waiting for the direct to start. Okay, in my freaking school, on my computers, bans live streams. I can't watch them. I can't watch them. So I was on there, trying to figure out the Spanish characters. Mr. Williams over here on the desk. He's suspicious, because they got this thing called GoGuard, and they can check everything I'm on my computer. So they're checking on there, and I was looking up, I was like, who it is? I was looking at this GameSpot, and I see this guy, he's like, this fireman from Fireman 3 Houses joins the battle. And I'm like, okay, I don't know if this is actually real. I want to see a trailer or a thing. I just saw a little text, and then I was seeing rumors. I don't know if this rumor or not. So then I go out, and then Mr. Williams is like, Trent, put your Chromebook away. And there's like, so he shuts down my computer. I gotta put my Chromebook up. We get Chromebooks. So I had to put it away, so I couldn't see the character list. And then I raised my hand because I forgot my paper in my locker. Like I always do. I always forget my paper in my locker. He's like, yeah, you go get your paper. So I go in my locker, get my paper. I see my friend Chris coming back from the bathroom. He's outside. He's coming back from the bathroom. And I'm like, he's like, dude, it's a freaking Fire Emblem character. And I'm like, I know! Ugh. And my other friend, like David, Crazy Davey, his teacher let him watch the freaking direct, and my teacher absolutely would not let me, Mr. Williams, me see that presentation at all. He would not let me watch it, and I just kept looking it up over and over. He's like, turn off your Chromebook. He makes me turn off my computer, and I go out my locker, and I'm like, it's a freaking Thorn character. Because I didn't know if it was actually real or not, and then I turned and said, I guess it was real. Alright, I know, yeah, I saw it. And it was terrible. It was painful. It was painful. So, that's how that was. And he releases a few days after that. Like a week or so after that. That was just painful time. So I got a lot of memories from that day when Bioth was announced, but other than that, his reveal's got to be a D tier. It really does. It was such a bad. I don't know if I'd give him an F, but I gotta give him a D because he is just really another Fire Emblem character, Sakurai. By this point in January of 2020, we knew we were done. Like we were done with Fire Emblem. Like what the heck, Sakurai? Why would you make us suffer with this again? So that's what he does. Anyway, that's how that goes. So 2 months later, we don't get any more characters. We get the next reveal on March 26th of 2020. The world shuts down. The world ends, basically. School gets called off. I actually remember exactly where I was when they announced that school would be canceled for the next Friday. This was on March of 2020. I was actually giving a presentation about John Smith in Jamestown Colony history class. Same teacher, Williams. So I was on this slideshow. He completely deletes my pictures on the slide. I always put stupid like Waluigi pictures on there, and he deleted them all. So I was giving the presentation. I had just gotten done. I just sat down, and I hear in the intercom, they're like, "School's canceled tomorrow." And then they do all the stuff, and then they're like, "All right, it's solo and ensemble practice that got canceled." A bunch of stuff. I was in this honor band, it got canceled. so much stuff got canceled. All of my band stuff got canceled, and it was like, oh, it's canceled. So I go home, and it's like, okay, what's going on? And they're like, we don't have school for 2 weeks. What? Just out of nowhere. I mean, we heard about stuff like, I'm not going to, I don't want to get, I don't know. You know what I'm talking about. You know what disease I'm talking about. And they're like, we had heard for months about the virus. And it was like, yeah, I don't know if this is all real and stuff. And like, people are actually dying from it. There was never a point I was actually scared of it. But it was like really weird, because I remember talking in math class a lot about if school's going to get shut down or what. And it just came out of the blue. So we went to school on that Friday. And we had, on that Monday, next Monday. And they were giving us all these assignments to do. And they were like, on the period. We had no idea that was going to be the last day of school. That was the last day of school. That was my last day of 7th grade right there. Boom. Giving us papers. So school's planned to be closed for 2 months. 2 weeks at first. So it's going to open up on April 6th of 2020. So during this time, they have a direct. A mini direct. Nintendo's mini direct. They talk about the disease and stuff. They said it's going to limit stuff. This was one of the worst directs I've ever watched. Nintendo directs. It was really bad. It was mini. They revealed almost nothing. I can't even remember anything they revealed. But they basically revealed that there was going to be an ARMS character. It was going to be the first character for Fire Pass 2. Also, I forgot to mention they revealed Fire Pass 2 at the end of the Byleth reveal, so I didn't care. I was making fake Fire Pass 2 to show Mr. Rubbish and stuff. So, they reveal an ARMS character is going to be the first one. And I was like, oh, dude, who cares about ARMS? Then they're like, okay, I hope it's Springman, because if it's Springman, that means Waluigi can get it. But lo and behold, we have to wait 3 months for the next character to get announced. So school gets canceled again. It gets canceled till May 1st. And then, boom, it's canceled the rest of the year because of uncertainties. So then we're done. We don't go to school forever. It's just this creepy, weird phase in history where just nothing is happening. It just quarantine, shut down. The world is shut down. Everything's closed. It was insane. It was a terrible point in time. And this stunned Sakurai's development. He couldn't make any characters. It's the longest we went without knowing character. It took 6 months between Byleth and Min Min to release. It was insane. So basically, I was going in Florida. I was in Florida at the time on vacation. This really weird, like, June 2020 vacation. I was coming back home. Right, and I saw in the car that they revealed that there was going to be the direct where they were announced, the Sakurai Presents where they were going to announce the ARMS character the next day. So I watched that. I go on, I hope it's Springman. And I see Min Min on there. I'm like, dude. Who freaking gives a crap about Min Min? I certainly don't. She's going to F tier. Dude, Min Min sucks. Dude, I was really hoping it was going to be Springman so Waluigi got in. But I was like, I didn't care. At Min Min, I had no reaction whatsoever to when Min Min was announced. I didn't care at all. So she just goes in. And it's like... Oh, by the way, did I tell you I hate Florida? Yeah, I just want to put that in perspective. Yeah, so Min Min gets announced. Even if I was Sakurai, I would have not have picked Min Min to be the character. I would have picked Helix or Master Mummy or anyone else. But not Min Min. Why would they pick Min Min as a character? She's really boring, honestly. The reveal trailer was okay, but I mean, that's not going to save her. It's been 6 months since Byleth came out, and Byleth on his own wasn't even good. So it had already been 6 months since Byleth came out, and it was like, okay. It was June of 2020, it's been 6 months since Byleth, and then Min Min comes out. I don't care about Min Min. That was half a year of bullcrap characters. It was terrible. It takes us 3 more months. So school had already started. I was in 8th grade by this point. It was really a lot of time passed between these periods. So then they reveal, I was actually on a break. I actually have a break at the end of September. That's why I went on vacation. We have a break, like a fall break. So I was on that. It was the last few days I was, and I see the Steve reveal. I see that they're doing a new Sakurai Presents on October 1st of 2020. I was like, okay, let's see this. You can actually have a chance of getting a good character again. This was actually the first I actually did a reaction video to this, so you can actually go check that out if you want to. I actually had a cast on. I broke my arm recently. It was a pain in the butt. This time sucked. So they reveal Steve and stuff. It's like, oh my god, Steve is in the game. And dude, it blew me away. I don't like Minecraft at all. Like, I don't like it at all. I hate Minecraft. I hate its fan base. And I didn't care. I wanted Waluigi. But I remember this exhaust. I didn't show much reaction because I wanted to be like, oh my god, I hate Steve. But I was like, I could not believe what I just saw. I could not believe that Steve got in Smash Bros. It was insane. So I'm actually going to put Steve's reveal at B. Yeah, B. B sounds good for me. Because Steve, I don't care about Steve, and I don't like Steve, so that's why I gotta bring him down. But for my excitement, I'd probably put him in an A. I probably have the same excitement as I did for K. Rool and Cinderella, but I gotta put him in B tier still. Because he was just, you can't deny the fact that just, even if you don't like Minecraft at all, you can't deny that Steve was a very revolutionary pick, and probably the most revolutionary pick of Fighter Pass 2. And I'm surprised they picked Min Min to be first. I probably would have picked Steve to be first. But here's my theory, okay? Since E3 2020 got canceled, I was expecting that their big blowout at E3 of 2020 was supposed to be Steve. I bet you this is how it was planned. So, Byleth was going to release in January of 2020. And with Byleth being announced in January, that basically shaped how that year was going to turn out. So, Byleth was going to get released in January. I bet you Min Min was supposed to come out in March of 2020. And then Steve was supposed to be announced at E3 of 2020. So Steve gets announced, yada yada yada. He comes out. It's I was on a Stu stream. I watched Stu back then a lot. I was on his stream when he came out and plays it. So then we actually don't wait too long because I was at school. Remember, I was sitting at a lunch table, and they were like, "Okay, we're getting a new character at the Game Awards tonight." They officially announced that. Game Awards of 2020. So I watched the beginning of Game Awards. I'm like, how much of this am I going to watch? The reveal. So you saw my reaction. I'm like, Mr. Rodish, this is your chance. You're getting in. I always joked around about it. I always told Mr. Rodish for all these that he's getting in. So Sephiroth. Sappy. So the Game Awards, luckily they reveal him right at the end. So Jeff Keighley's like, okay, everyone is here. Or at least I thought everyone was here. And it sounded like we were still expecting someone else to arrive. So they show the trailer, and I was like, sorry if I look like I'm about to pass out or something. My nose is really stuffy. So Sephiroth, I show the reaction. I did not give a squat about Sephiroth at all when he was announced. He's getting a D tier. I didn't care. I didn't care about him. I didn't know who he was. I didn't even know who Sephiroth was. Now if we're talking about character, I like playing as him. He's going in S tier. But I don't care for his reveal. Same thing, there would be a lot of characters. Like, we were ranking this by character. I mean, Hero would be in the S. Characters like Hero would be in the S. Byleth would be an S. Sephiroth would be an S. Characters like Simon would be in C. K. Rool would be. Ridley would probably be in B. Terry would be up in here in A. Steve would probably be an F. Piranha Plant would be probably about the same spot. Ken would be an F. Isabelle would be an F. There'd be a lot of different changes here. But yeah. The Sephiroth I didn't care about all, and then actually school got shut down for a week before winter break, so it was actually a few days before winter break last year. So I played him a lot. He was okay. He's actually a pretty cool character. So the next reveal we'd get was another 2-month delay. They hosted a direct on February 17th, 2021. So we actually, for those of you who don't remember, if you live in the U.S., if you remember earlier this year, we got hit with a massive snowstorm earlier this year. It was ridiculous. We had inches of snow. My school was shut down for 2 weeks. We didn't go to school for 2 weeks, and got to the point where, we're going to do virtual classes. And this was a pain in the butt. It's like, come on, man, I don't want to do this. So I do virtual classes. It was a pain in the butt. So I do work. It was terrible. It was terrible. So I remember I was sitting down, I was in math class with Mr. Newman time. Yeah, good old Newman. And I looked at my phone, I was like, okay, let's see what they got here. And then I saw a Direct, I'm like, whoa, there's a freaking Nintendo Direct! We haven't had one of these in over 2 years! So I was like, holy crap, dude. So the next day, come up. Go up to my room watching the direct, and here's me the entire time. Yeah. Mario Golf! Yeah, I don't care about any of this stuff. I'm going to sleep soon. Oh, those Skyward Sword Joy-Cons look cool, okay. Oh, I'm still awake. Oh. Whoa. Alright, no Breath of the Wild 2 information. Alright, this direct sucks. Dislike button. So yeah, that's how that went. But at the beginning they revealed Pyra. Looks like they have Mithra as her own separate thing. I'll just place her wherever. Mithra's going in F. I don't care about her. So Pyra. I did not give a crap. I actually was fooled by Sakurai. I thought it was Xenoblade. I genuinely thought it was Xenoblade. I had no idea. He fooled me a lot. I thought it was Xenoblade Chronicles 2 or Xenoblade Chronicles 3 or something of the sort. And I was like, freaking Xenoblade. Why? Why do you start with this? So I didn't actually do a reaction video to that direct, and I'm glad I didn't, because it would have been one of the worst videos on my channel. Because it was just that bad. So I did that, and you know, I didn't care about Pyra. I knew who Pyra was. Just for the fact that Sakurai fooled me, I think I'll give her a D. Give her a D. But that's still interesting. This is why I didn't want to put Terry and Ken in D, because it would just clog them D. In my opinion, C tier should be the most relative. So it looks pretty even all around the board. So yeah. 2 more reveals to go. Next up is Kazuya. Now Kazuya was revealed at E3 of 2021. Now this is really recent time. I'm not going into much stories about this time, because it's not too long ago. You probably know what was going on back then. So Kazuya was revealed at E3 2021. I actually did a reaction video to this. I actually had just come back from a president trip. I went to Northern Ohio and filmed some videos. I went to William McKinley, James A. Garfield, all those president graves in like Cleveland and Marion and North Bend and Canton and Fremont. Went to all those places to see the president graves. I came back, and I remember they revealed the Mario Rabbids stuff. I was at the hotel, and I think I was in Cleveland, Ohio at the time. And I was in the hotel, and they revealed that. But I got back home after a very long drive back to where I live. And it was, they revealed Kazuya, and he was just like, okay, you know what? You saw my reaction. I was like, who is this guy? And I didn't say anything, because I wanted Mr. Rodish in the game. This was one of his last chances, because Mr. Rodish had actually he had not yet announced that he was leaving yet. He actually announced he was leaving a few days after E3. So I was like, we did a Memorial Day parade. And I was like telling him, I was like, Mr. Rodish, June 12th is when E3 starts. And I was like, doing the reveal and stuff. I genuinely thought it was Hulk. I'm not gonna lie. Hulk from Marvel. Yes, I thought it was Hulk carrying Captain Falcon. Or Ganondorf, whoever he was carrying. Same, Ganondorf, Captain Falcon, same thing, right? So yeah, I was pretty excited. I mean, he looked really cool. His moveset looked really cool. But he was really cool. He was the last character that I actually saw, told Mr. Rodish about. So Mr. Rodish actually knows about Kazuya. Because he actually released 2 days before Mr. Rodish left for the last time I saw him, on July 1st. So basically, Kazuya was announced. The announcement, I think I'll put him in a C category. He was alright. Not much else to say. I was actually with Marlene when he came out. We were doing a big cemetery trip. I was with Marlene, as you saw, I did the video. So I was with Marlene at the time. And we were going. And we were sitting down here, just waiting for him to play, and he was actually really good. So now it's the last character, so we didn't get a lot of characters for a while. He released in June. So we went July, August, and September, no characters. So in the September 23rd, 2021 Direct, they revealed that they were going to be releasing, they were basically announced the announcement of the last character, which was in Sora. So now at this point, I'm a freshman in high school. It's a lot of time has passed since that original reveal. So that was Sora. So Sora, they announced on October 5th, 2021. They announced that they were going to do a presentation. So the presentation's there. I didn't get to see what it was because my teacher, my algebra teacher right now, I have her for 3rd period. She blocks every single site. She's basically Mr. Williams, but nicer. A little bit nicer, I guess. She blocks every site. I can't see anything. I don't know who it's going to be. The only site she doesn't block are educational sites. So basically, I don't know who it is. So I was going over. I was like, Nathaniel, we're gonna see who it is. You guys know who Nathaniel was. I saw him. He's in the English Monarch video. So I was telling Nathaniel, I'm like, Nathaniel, we're gonna see who this is. Let me make sure it's still recording. Thank God. So like, Nathaniel, we're gonna see who this is. So Nathan, let's see who it is. So I run down the hallway. I'm like, we're gonna see who it is. And then my friend David comes up. He's like, it's Sora! It's Sora! I'm like, really, dude? You just wasted it for me. But I was like, oh my god, dude, it's actually Sora. I was really excited for Sora. Like, I was really excited. Because he was like, what a way to end it off, man. I'll put him in A tier. I don't think he's going to be S, but I think I'd put him in A. That was great reveal. So I was talking to Nathaniel. He was like, alright, Trent, go to your class. Trent, go to your class. You know, he's doing the average Nathaniel stuff. That's just how that is. So I was like, talking to David. I'm like, dude, Sora, what a great way to win in this. And he was like, supposedly Sora was the winner of the Smash Battle. They did Smash 4. They said Bayonetta was the winner. Oh, I had a feeling it wasn't Bayonetta. Alright, I knew it was Sora. Sora actually won. So that was the one way they ended off the game. And Sora just released recently, and I was at the I had marching band that day and stuff. Just come back home, play as him. I did the video, and that's it. That's all I got for today, guys. So that is the reveal and the entire story of the Smash Bros. DLC characters. Really happy I was able to do this video, and if you guys want to see more videos like this where I do tier list videos, feel free to do it. I want to do a video on other stuff, like I want to do a president tier list and stuff, like a more subjective things. So yeah, be sure to let me know if you want to see more things like that. And yeah, so let me know if you like this setup. Be sure to smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, and with hopefully we can get Smash 6 in the next few years. So that was all of the reveals. So with that all said and done, see you guys next time. Goodbye.